Morning and welcome to another edition of Friday's Financial Fitness. I've heard a lot of talk recently about the growth of our economy in 2017, and specifically I've heard the talk centered around the growth of our GDP. So today I wanted to spend some time talking about GDP as well as looking back historically at some of the GDP growth rates. According to Investopedia, the GDP, which is short for Gross Domestic Product, is the total value of goods produced and services provided in a country. In this case, we're referring to the United States in any one calendar year. GDP is one of the primary indicators used to gauge the health of a country's economy. It's usually compared to the previous quarter or the previous year. So for our example, if you hear year to year, GDP is up 2%, this means that the overall economy has grown by 2% over the last year. Let me show you over the past 10 years what the GDP has done on a year-over-year basis. According to the balance.com website, if we go back to 2007, the GDP was up 1.8%. In 2008, if you recall, the economy was going into a recession. The GDP was negative 0.3%. And then in 2009, the GDP was negative 2.8%. In 2010, things started to pick up, and we had a positive 2.5% increase in GDP. In 2011, GDP increased by 1.6%, and in 2012, GDP was up 2.2%. And then in 2013, GDP was up 1.7%. And then 2014, GDP was up 2.4%. And 2015, GDP was up 2.6%. And for 2016, as of this recording, we don't know what the GDP is, and we won't know until March when all the final numbers have been tallied. So as you can see, if we look at the average of the GDP over roughly the 10-year period, the average is only 1.34%. As you can see, the growth has actually started to slow the last couple of years. However, there's been renewed confidence that the economy is going to start picking up, and in fact, LPL's research department predicts that this year in 2017, the growth of the GDP is expected to grow at 2.5%, almost double the average over the last 10 years.